Hello, welcome back. I don't know why you're here, and God knows I have no clue why I'm here, beyond the fact that a long time ago, two people had a very irresponsible night, and I'm paying for it for the rest of my life. As we all know. So, you're not seeing double. I actually did a video, one of my earliest videos relating to both just straight soul builds by themselves, and combat tests, was in fact of 4 different versions of Vampira. Or Kyuuketsu-hime, if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. Forgive me. But basically, our sweet vampire child who tries. And while I have done some revamping on those 4, we also have something a little extra special in that we have a 5th build for her that came about as an experiment and has honestly so far proven to be a successful one. Now, at the very least, this is going to be kind of interesting because there is no orb bringer here. There's no battery. It's just going to be the girls doing what they do and trying to build orbs themselves to use things. But much like with my Kusa thing, Vampira is with my Kusa builds in the past, which was literally one of my earliest videos relating to Onmyoji in 2 different versions, and which I've done several experiments with. And dear lord, is a tree spirit Kusa overpowered as fuck. I mean, let's be honest here. Vampira is very versatile when you figure out what you're doing. And hopefully these will give you some hints. You might have your own ideas. But, let's do a little remix and see what goes down. We'll start off first over here with Miyu. And the names of these are technically joke between me and a couple of friends. So, And of course, if you understand where Miyu specifically comes from as a name for Vampira, you are very much a being of culture. So let's start with her, of course. Bam, 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 bam. I just want to see all of them dance. This lame. But anyway, Miyu over here is a grade 6. Come on, there we go. Fully skilled up, and I mean, is this glory? I feel like it's kind of glorious. As stated, she is absolutely beautiful with her full skills and everything. And as it's been informed of me multiple times, is that Vampira actually used to have an ability where she could actually heal herself when she bit, but apparently that got nuked at some point after, very early on, because it made her a little OP. If anything, it's one of the other reasons I went with for this one, including Nightwing on her to let her steal some HP when dealing damage, so she can try to keep herself a little bit healthy in keeping with her abilities. And also, Nightwing, Vampire, it fits. It fits beautifully. Let's be real here. So, of course, attack, a little bit of crit, but mostly attack, and House Imp here because, again, attack boosting out the wazoo. I wanted her to be able to basically try to come as close to one-shotting as humanly possible. I've been impressed. Of course, she does have a little help of effect resistance because anyone knows me knows that I stand by that a lot of certain Shiki are very weak to getting confused. Confuse and Daze are like 2 of the most powerful and effective things in game. And they can screw your day. I love playing with them. I don't love being hit by them, which we all can agree. So, again, she's built towards attack, towards trying to come as close to one-shotting things as possible. And I mean, she's got literally almost 8,000 extra attack, so it works out quite nicely. She is a little demon and I love her. But moving on to the rest of her sisters, as we're going to call them, and just moving down the line. If you see something in the line you want to see, feel free. If I don't have video on it, I'll make one. Let me know. We have, of course, Mayumi, we have Myra, Miyako, who's new, and Minase. All four being grade 5s, but fully skilled. So let's start here with next in the line, which is going to be Mayumi, who is using this beautiful skin we got from the event. Again, she's grade 5. She's not as powerful as her sister, older sister, but she is also fast as hell. Or, as the meme says, fast as fuck. Thank you. A little bit more crit, of course, than Miyu has. Not as much effect resistance, but her focus was also on trying to get first move and trying to just at least start dealing damage. Again, all these girls are fully skilled, which is beautiful. But in her case, she has Harpy here for its attack boosting, because yes, and for funsies and mostly as a in-joke with a friend of mine, Kyuuketsu, for its attack bonuses, and because ironically the 8% damage for each orb available to you technically doesn't work completely with her, but we thought it was a nice little in-joke with because of how Kyuuketsu looks, putting it with a vampire. We're morons. We accept this. And of course, this Speed Soul is beautiful, so. But of course, yeah, it's focused on attack a little bit more. Not as much as Miyu again, but she's meant to be first and to be hitting as fast as possible and as many times as possible. I still love her. She makes a beautiful thing. Myra is, of course, next here. And Myra is here to bring some pain. Her focus is mostly on her crit and her being able to attack, and she's a counterer, as you can see. This is actually kind of beautiful, and I'm actually real eager to see what it's going to look like at grade 6 with her. I'm working on it. But of course, she uses Scarlet, which is, again, one of my favorite souls to use, because I love that counter-attacking, yes. It's beautiful. Set up for plenty of attack and everything. And of course, up here we have this beautiful Soul Taker crit booster, because she does do very nicely with crit. So you can see there's little differences here. Miyu is built for like head-on attack. Mayumi's and just keep going and being a kind of a tank, and a little bit mix of a kind of tanky. A little tanky, a little DPS-y. It's a difference. Mayumi is built to go fast and try to hit as many times as possible, because even if you don't have a high attack, you can eventually whittle away at something. Myra is built to be your counter-attacker, helping to protect herself and just keep inflicting damage, so even if their attack isn't very high, they are still wreaking some havoc, and I honestly love it. She's also built to be more of a crit base. Minase, over here, who is basically the smallest of them all, is also a crit base, particularly with Shadow, and as you can see, she's a little heavier on the attack. Not so much on the crit, but nice little boost here. Mostly because her entire thing came from, 1, I wanted to use Shadow, and 2, I want to take advantage of the skin, so that's why the conch blower is here, because it kind of looks sea-themed, and that's kind of sea-themed skin, and I like I've said before, I'm an idiot. I do things for fun. If anything, it has worked very nicely. I actually love the way Shadow is wreaking havoc with her, and of course it's built to take advantage of the crit boosting and the attack. In all honesty, I'm actually kind of certain that when I grade 6 her, she might be stronger than Miyu, which will be amazing to see. I would really looking forward to having these girls go all out in the grade 6s. But now we move on to Miyako, who is the newest one, and She's built with some crit in mind, but also because I really wanted to see what Tomb Guard will do on her. Again, great, fully skilled. A lot more effect resistance than any of the others, even Miyu, because, again, we don't want to knock stupid. Some speed, decent crit damage, a lot more defense, and a little more attack than some of the other girls. So this has so far been pretty an interesting experiment. But again, she has Tomb Guard on her for its crit boost, and because I'm kinda wanted to see what she could do with this beautiful amplifying crit damage booster attached on there. It's been a very successful experiment, let me tell you. Plenty of attack and everything. I'm actually kind of eager what to see again all this will do at grade 6. I'm pretty sure these are it's a coin flip right now. Do I grade 6 all 5 of my Team Kusa, or do I now grade 6 all 5 of the Vampiras? Let me know down below what you think. But of course, Odokuro here, because I hadn't actually put this soul on one of my Vampiras and realized that was a terrible judgment call. So I was actually real eager to see what all this could do. And I think I'm going to like it. In all honesty, I'm almost kind of leaning towards maybe switching out Megumi at some point with a Possessor Soul to see how that does. But I'm not 100% on that. Heck, I may even just make another Vampira just to test that one out. But in the meantime, if you've gotten this far, thank you very much. Please do the Holy Trifecta of YouTube on your way out the door if you decide you want to head off and don't want to watch the rest. If you do want to watch the rest, we are going to hit the level 40 Hahakagami zone and the level 40 Kappa zone and show what these girls can do. And especially show off Miyako a little bit, since she's fresh and needs more battle testing. If anything, I'm kind of eager to see a full team of 5 with no Orebringer, little dancers. We'll have Seimei here in the background looking pretty. Ibuki will be maybe making an appearance at some point, but let's do this. This should be fun. Go. There we go. And there's Megumi doing what she does. Attack first. Myra. Miyu just is wiping the field. Now, again, the fact there's no healer or Orebringer in this is probably the fatal flaw, which is understandable. And of course, I do have Seimei not acting as a defensive booster, which is also normal. Mayumi, of course, is showing that she definitely needs a little bit higher defense and HP thing here. Or at the very least, she seems to be the one getting attacked the most. And finally, we see a blood embrace happen here. Nice! And the game glitched. There we go. Alright, not too shabby. Took forever to finally see a blood embrace. But hey, no problem. Alright, so I'm going to head to the level 40 Kappa zone. I'll see you in a hot minute. Alright, and we are in the level 40 Kappa zone with the Vampire Sisters, as I'm just going to be jokingly referring to them from now on. Miyu, Mayumi, Myra, Miyako, and Minase. So, let's see what happens, shall we? Go for it, girls. And of course, Mayumi doing her thing, Myra. They're 2 of the fastest, so that makes sense. See, that's what I love. Mayumi being fast, she is making sure she's getting as many hits as she can in a single turn, so even if she's not the strongest, she's still wreaking some havoc. I would really like to see one of you girls use a blood embrace here, though. And of course, the HP steal is doing its thing. Yep, this is gonna hurt. Didn't even see a blood embrace at the end, but hey, what can you do? Alright, overall, not too shabby. I mean, it kind of did pretty good, wouldn't you say? I'm almost tempted to want to take them and seeing just how far this team of 5 can get in the Orochi Soul Zone, in like one of my Kusa experiments I've done. I'm kind of curious. If you want to see that, let me know. And hey, you know, I do what I want, and sometimes you guys give me some good ideas. So on that, I'll see you next time. Please do the holy trifecta of YouTube on your way out the door. You know, the whole like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of things if you feel like it. No pressure, and no shame if you don't. And I'll see you next time, alright? Have a good day.